In this video, I'm going to cover the Screencastify extension that can be used in your Chrome browser. The Screencastify website is screencastify.com if you're looking for more information. Specific project ideas that you might do for school might include narrating a slide presentation that you have up on screen, recording a video journal entry. You can use the video camera as part of Screencastify. You might want to explain a science experiment, screencast, or teach a tech tool, kind of like I'm doing with this video. Create an instructional video explaining a concept, maybe walking someone through a math problem, or teaching a topic. So first, let's look at how to install Screencastify. So here I am in my Chrome browser. If you're on a Mac or Windows machine, you can go to the Apps area from your bookmark bar up here. If you're working on your Chromebook, you have your app launcher down in the bottom left corner. Where you want to get to is the Chrome Web Store. So go to your Apps area, go to the Chrome Web Store. When the Chrome Web Store launches, you can search for Screencastify as one word here in the search bar. If you're a Franklin Public Schools student, Screencastify is in the allowed area. So if you're in for the forfranklinsabers.org area of the store, Screencastify is listed in here. So no matter which way you get there, you're going to search out Screencastify. Here is the extension Screencastify, little icon, little film strip with a record button on it. I'm going to click on free. This is going to ask if I want to add it to my Chrome browser. I'm going to go ahead and click add. And once it is done downloading and installing, you will see the little film strip icon will appear up here. When you do install this the first time, it'll ask where do you want to save your recordings. If you save them locally on your device, that's fine. One of the parts of when Screencastify is done is you can choose to send the video to YouTube if you have a YouTube channel, or to Google Drive. Or if you want to save that step and you just plan to save all your videos into Google Drive, you can choose Google Drive right here. It does say that if you're on a Chromebook, it is good to choose Google Drive. And we'll hit get started. There's a little video that you can watch that explains how the Screencastify tool works. I'm going to actually go through that right now and show you some tips and tricks along the way. So here's an important step after you launch it the very first time. When you click on the Screencastify extension, you can see here it says you are not signed in, recording length is limited to 10 minutes. If I click sign in, this is asking me for permission to allow Screencastify to work with my Google account. So I have to hit accept. This may auto pop up, or you may have to go to the Screencastify extension and actually click on that sign in button. So there I've chosen to accept. So now when I click on this Screencastify extension, I can see there's no more sign in link. It says I'm signed in. I'm using the light version. The light version allows you up to 10 minutes of recording, which is more than enough what you should need for doing just a quick little video. Video is usually, good about 2-3 minutes. So that's how I make sure I'm signed in if I don't see that it says sign in anymore, so that my videos are saving correctly. Let's take a look at how to do a screencast. So before you actually sit down to record, you want to make sure you have a script or a storyboard. If you created some slides to talk through, you want to have that all set up in your Chrome browser. So that's the first part, is getting your stage set. Then when you want to start the recording, you go up and you click on the little film strip icon right here, and here are the different choices you get. You can choose in terms of what to capture. If I'm just going to work on just one single tab, you can just choose tab. If you want to choose desktop, that allows you to jump between multiple tabs. The microphone, you want to check this to turn it on. You can see it's picking up my microphone right now. If you have a different microphone plugged in, you can click on the select choice here and choose from any of the microphones, maybe if you plugged in some earbuds that have a microphone on them. You can check this to turn on a webcam that will appear in the bottom right corner. So as you teach your topic, it'll show you talking. If you'd like that, you can choose to turn that on. There are different resolutions you can choose here. I don't honestly mess with this. Preview window, if you're going to do something with the webcam, so you can actually just use Screencastify to record yourself from the webcam as a video, it'd be a good idea to turn on the preview window. Then you can see how you look, and a little preview window will appear in the bottom corner. So you make your choices, and then you simply click Start Recording. When you do that, a window will appear asking exactly which area of your computer you want to record. So you'll see either entire screen, or it might say internal screen. That'll capture everything on your computer. So if you jump around to different windows, if you just want to record a specific tab, maybe you're just going to present a slideshow, you can choose just to record that tab that slideshow is in, and I'll give you some tips on how to do that in the next little section of the video here. So you make your choice, and you hit share, you'll notice that it says at the bottom of the screen that your screen is sharing. You can click down here to stop the video. We are actually recording right now using Screencastify. How you know you're recording is if you see the little red record button, just like the icon shows here. If you see that up here, then that shows that you're recording. If you want to pause at any point, you can go and click on the film strip and choose to pause. So if you need to maybe set something up for the next part of your video, you can go get that set. You can see I'm paused right now at 23 seconds, and then I can come back to the film strip and click resume. There's no real editing features to take that out, so when you do those types of things, you'll want to do that quickly. When you click on stop recording, or if you click stop sharing from down here, that will actually stop your video. Here's a good example too of if you ever want to get to where all your recordings are. If you click on the Screencastify button, you can go here to show existing screencasts. So let's take a look at what that looks like. Here are some screencasts that I've recorded. Notice they come in as untitled. They come in by date and time, so we can see that this is the one I just did a little while ago. If you always want to make sure you name your screencast. So I'm actually going to go to the little pencil tool here, and this is Screencastify Overview. And I hit return, and that saves the name. If I go to that video, I'm actually hearing that video play right now. When you're at the video, let's shrink this down a little bit here. This is what it looks like when you're watching the video from the Screencastify website. If you haven't set it to automatically save to your Google Drive, you can click on this share button, and that brings up the choices to send to YouTube or to send to Google Drive, and you can choose the rights for that, just like if you're sharing a file. So if I were to save this to Google Drive and choose unlisted, it says here people who have the link, that's like anyone with the link. So I can send that link to others. Maybe I turn that link into my teacher, either by filling out a form, or maybe my teacher wants me to email them a link to my video. That's how you would send it to Google Drive, and then you would hit save. And what happens then is the video uploads to that service, and you can see right here, here's the link right to the video. So if I copy this link and fill out a form or email it to my teacher, they'll be able to see that video. Videos take a little while to process when they get into Google Drive. So if you go to the video and it says it's not ready yet, you might need to try back, within the next 4 or 5 minutes. The video format for these videos is WebM, meaning they'll play just fine in a web browser. But if you need to download this and take it into another program like iMovie, you'd have to use a service to convert that to a different format. WebM doesn't really work very well in iMovie or other video editing programs. So purely a tool just to record video and put it into Drive, and then send that link off to a teacher, or if you're sharing with other colleagues or students. Here's another example. If I want to record using the camera, I choose the camera choice. Again, I'm going to turn on that preview window. I'm going to hit start recording, and you should see here's a little preview window. My camera light on my device is actually on, showing that it is recording me. So if you're doing a recording of a camera, you want to make sure you look into the camera, talk to your audience. Maybe you're recording a video journal, or or doing a reflection of something that you just did in class. So I would do my recording. I would come and click stop. So I click stop on my camera recording, and here it is, popped open as a new tab. Again, you want to always name your video. So Kafka reflection. And I hit return to lock that name in. And if I already see the link to Google Drive, that means it's already saved to Google Drive. I don't have to send it there. But this is another way to use the Screencastify app to record a video of yourself talking at the computer. Let's take a look at some tips in troubleshooting with using Screencastify. So here's a tip when you want to project your slideshow just in another tab. You don't want it to have to be a whole separate window, especially when you get into recording, if you just want to choose to record your entire screen. When you go to present over here and you click on this little arrow, there's a choice here that says present in new window. If you hold down the control key on your Chromebook or the command key on your Mac, holding control or holding command will force this slideshow to open in a new tab rather than a new window. So you can see I can still navigate to my other tabs. I've still got my slideshow up, so if I was recording with Screencastify right now, I could be narrating over my slideshow and talk through these different slides as I go. So it allows you to narrate your slide presentation. If at any time the extension crashes, which might happen from time to time, and you notice it's not up here, you can get to all of your extensions by going to the 3 little lines and going to Settings, And in the settings, you should see an area for extensions. If you go down and you look through all the extensions you have, you could get to where Screencastify is and notice there's this reload. If I click on reload, that does bring the extension back into your extension bar. One tip is a shortcut key. If you press Alt, Shift, and S, that will automatically take you to the Screencastify extension rather than having to go up and click on it to have it pop down. So there is no editing involved with Screencastify, so you can't really take out the fact that somebody might see you clicking stop recording or start recording. I wouldn't worry too much about that. But the Alt Shift S gets you there quicker. So if I press Alt Shift S and hit start recording and then click off of it pretty quick, no one will be the wiser to see that I clicked that to start the recording. Or likewise at the end when you're done recording, if you press Alt Shift S, that opens up that window so you can hit pause or you can hit stop recording. So Alt Shift S, definitely a good one to know just to get to this window a little quicker so you can quickly click on what you need to click on so that it's not seen in your video. As another tip, when you go into Google Drive, Screencastify makes, if you see here, a Screencastify folder. So any of your videos automatically go to that Screencastify folder. So here are the ones that I've created. Here's the one I just was making, this Screencastify overview. Notice when I click and open this, it plays right in Drive. Here's another tip when recording that I found. When you do record, don't choose entire or internal screen. That will record everything, including you clicking on the Screencastify icon or extension button. What I mean by that is this. When I go up and I start a recording, I'm prompted with a window, and the first choice is usually entire screen, or it might say internal screen. That's going to record everything on your desktop. If you choose the next one over, that's more than likely the window that you're currently working in. This will still record any of the tabs you jump to in this window. It just won't record other things like you clicking on the Screencastify icon or if you have the preview window open. So this is definitely a good one to choose when recording so you don't see those little other things that you might click on and those things won't appear in your final video. As a tip, if you've saved your video file to Google Drive, remember all the videos automatically saved to the Screencastify folder. So here I am in the folder. If I want to get the link to this, I can click on the file so it's selected, and I can go up to the share button, the little person with the plus. And when I click on that, if the video isn't set so anyone can see it, I can click on Get Shareable Link. This automatically turns it on if you're in a school district. It says people at Franklin Public Schools with the link can view. You can change this setting if you click the little arrow, the little menu, and you go to more. If you are sending this to someone not in your same district, or if you want to set it so anyone with the link can view it, you can choose anyone with the link can view, save, and then this long link that you copy, when it's selected blue here, you do Command C or Control C to copy that. That's the link you can submit to your teacher, email to someone, fill out a form, post on a website, and that'll make it so anyone can see your video. That is how you get the link for a file that you save in your Google Drive. And that sums up getting started with Screencastify. Have fun making screencasts. Thanks for watching.